heat this up a little bit. And so I have to tell you, we do some corporate team building events here, and we had some folks from the company that you work for, and we brought up your name, and people were talking about you know, the fact that you were the mayor and how this is such a big full-time job. And when I told them that it's a totally volunteer position, they said, we didn't know this guy was that crazy. But I said, you know, he's crazy about where he lives. He's crazy about his town. He's crazy about wanting to be a public servant. And I think that there's a special breed of people that are just attracted to that. And you obviously are one of them, because you were a councilman for years before.
For 3 years, yeah.
Taking on the mayor's position.
Well, Westfield's fortunate. We have lots of volunteers.
A little bit of breadcrumbs. Oh,
David, as you know, as I said, you used to chair the Downtown Westfield Corporation. That board's made up of volunteers. And matter of fact, this time of year is when I appoint all board members. And we have I don't know the count, a couple dozen boards that are run by volunteers that they basically make sure the town is being run smoothly. Like the Board of Adjustment, the Planning Board, the Westfield Memorial Library Board, so there's the Health Board, and those are positions I'm filling right now. And fortunately, we have
and they're all volunteer positions.
All volunteers. There are lots of residents in town that are volunteering their time to serve on those boards.
This we added a little bit of breadcrumbs to this, and this is that quick. This dish. The only thing we did ahead of time for this was we cut up these string beans and poached them a little bit. So I'm just going to dump these right into our pan. This is our next dish.
I got to tell you, I'm not a big green bean fan, but that looks very delicious. I think I'll eat that.
So really, while we hear only bad things on, you know, big regional, national news stations, you always hear things about no-show jobs. I guess we have it a little bit differently. Here in Westfield, we run things with no paid jobs. And we have a lot of wonderful paid employees, but our volunteer base is huge. I think second to none. Mayor, I'm going to switch places with you. Adam, if you could get me just a couple of ice cubes. That's Adam in the background. You don't see him, but he's working real hard doing a whole bunch of stuff for us. I'm going to take you back to my childhood now. And actually, I've heard that there are a couple of these places around. There was a place when I grew up in Jersey City on Journal Square. They sold hot dogs, and they had this wonderful orange flavored beverage. It was called, the name of the place was called Orange Julius. And it was this kind of frozen drink that I just love, and I finally got a decent recipe for it. So we're gonna attempt to recreate it. We're gonna put some sugar. I've got a little bit of vanilla extract, and again, we'll give you recipes for all of this. We've got some orange juice concentrate. Some milk, a little bit of water because we have the orange juice concentrate. We don't want it to be too strong. This was this creamy, foamy, wonderful dish, and some ice. And we just grind this up. Gonna make a whole bunch of noise now for just a minute or so. You can put more or less ice if you like it to be more of a smoothie, but I think it was just a wonderful drink, and I was so happy to come across this recipe. See how creamy it is when I'm pouring it? It's just got a real nice flavor, and the nice thing about it is that it's you know, it's made with all good ingredients, and you can make this for, you know, your kids for a special treat. You can make it for a breakfast drink. You can give it a taste.
Try it.
What you think?
Well, that's very good.
Really, very vanilla.
Yeah, you taste that vanilla right away.
So let's just recap. We've worked hard on the budget. No, I'm sorry. We're back to food. We cut up a bunch of cabbage and red onion. We sautéed it in a little bit of olive oil. We added some garlic chili sauce, which is an Asian product you can get in supermarkets. Of course, we seasoned with a little salt and pepper, and we added some ponzu sauce, and then at the very end, we tossed it with a little bit of butter, which gives it this wonderful kind of creaminess. Then we started cutting up our cantaloupe and our cucumber. We added that to some red onion. We tossed it with that wonderful syrupy balsamic, a little splash of sherry wine vinegar, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and salt and pepper. We put that over a bed of greens. And then, of course, we have our sauteed string beans. We sauteed a little garlic and some regular olive oil, not extra virgin. So again, we don't like to heat that extra virgin. We threw in some grape tomatoes that you cut in half, some sun-dried tomatoes, and then finished it with a little bit of breadcrumbs and salt and pepper. And let me just grab one item here, our extra virgin olive oil, because this is the real key. Now, when you asked me about the difference between virgin and extra virgin, the extra virgin is truly the finest. It's the first pressing. It's the free, more free-run type juices when you're pressing, rather than doing a mechanical pressing and getting out a lot of the water. You're getting more of the oil, which is the higher flavor. At the very end of dishes that we've done with or without olive oil, but anything that where it would go, I take extra virgin olive oil and I give just a little drizzle. And this is where my fine flavor really lives. It's not being overheated and compromised. Tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil really finishes it. You have to be careful though, because while it is good fat, extra virgin olive oil, regular olive oil, canola oil, salad oil, motor oil, any kind of oil, it's 100% fat. And for every 1 single tablespoon, you're getting 14 grams of fat. Each of those grams of fat equate to 9 calories. So a tablespoon of olive oil, you're looking at dumping about 126 calories, which is about a slice and a half of bread. So we drizzled a little bit on top of these 3 wonderful dishes. We have our wonderful orange Julius and a nice warm weather summer kind of feast where we can both take a little bit of a mental vacation. Christmas is a busy time for me. You're going crazy with budgeting and all kinds of other town things. I think you deserve a mental vacation. So
thank you, David.
Here's to you, Mayor, and
here's
to Westfield, and we thank you for joining us. Again, I'm David Martone, Executive Chef at Classic Thyme Cooking School, here with Mayor Andrew Skavitsky. Thank you.
Thank you.